All right, let's do one more where we put it all together. So we are not given a function in vertex form. So let's start by putting it in vertex form. And then we will find all the key details in Sketch. So you can really approach this. We do have an equal sign, so you can approach it the same way we would in equation, or you can approach it the same way we would in expression, and both will work for you. I think I'll walk through treating it the way we would in expression. So I'm going to keep the p of x over here. Don't lose that. I mentally group together the 2x squared minus 6x, and I'll need to factor out a 2 to get this situated. And I'm going to leave myself a little bit of room there because I know I'll need to complete the square and tack on whatever that magic number is. So my b is -3, which means I will have a little bit of fractions work to do. When I square that, I get 9/4. So I need to add 9/4 in both of these spots. Oh, hold on, I need to add 9/4. I'm doing it again. You can see how easy it is. Your teacher does it too. I didn't actually add 9/4. I added 2 times 9/4, which is 9/2. So out at the end, I need to subtract 9/2. Okay, so after that, we should be able to factor the perfect square, and since it's a negative in the middle, it has to be a negative, or if you look right here and you've kept the negative, that will remind you as well. We need x minus 3/2 times x minus 3/2, and then we have 1, otherwise known as 2/2, minus 9/2, which is -7/2. Okay, this is my function in vertex form. So from this form, I can tell right away that the vertex is at 3/2, -7/2. Remember, you switch the sign in the parentheses. You do not switch the sign at the end. The y-coordinate doesn't switch. It's always the x's. That'll happen in 141 as well. They're always a little tricky. For our y-intercept, I can find p of 0. So that's 2 times -3/2 squared minus 7/2, which is 2 times 9/4 minus 7/2, or 9/2 minus 7/2, which equals 1. So that's actually nice. My y-intercept is at 0, 1. I'm going to start boxing these so I can find them again. Okay, last thing I need is x-intercepts, which you find by letting the equation equal 0, letting y equal 0. And where's my vertex form? I'm going to do this from vertex form. So 2 times x minus 3/2 squared minus 7/2. This one might be a little messy. I'll start by adding the 7/2. And then I need to divide by 2, which is going to give me 7/4. Remember, dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying both sides by 1/2. X minus 3/2 squared. And then I need to square root both sides. So I get plus or minus the square root of 7/4 equals x minus 3/2. Which means that x equals, I'm going to flip-flop sides, but I'm adding 3/2 to both sides. Okay, so what I got is not very nice, and what I want to say about this is this happens. So for the purposes of showing your work, it's beautiful. Just say that your x-intercepts are at 3/2 plus root 7/4. If you know a little bit about simplifying radicals, that one does simplify a little. You can go for it. If not, that's fine for now as well. We'll do it later. Root 7/4. Okay, so those are my 2 roots. And then for the purposes of getting a good sketch of this, you're just going to type those into a calculator of some sort and get a decimal approximation for your own use. Not that that's the answer you need to give me, it's that that's what's going to be useful for graphing. And I got, here I'll write it in orange since it's my own little note, approximately, let's see, the plus was 2.8-ish. The minus was about 0.2. All right, so I didn't leave myself very much room, but I think I can sneak a graph in here. It looks like all the information that I have is either in quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. All my x values are 0 or positive. I do have some negative y's, so I'm going to set up my axes like this. I need my x's to get up really only to 3 is the important one. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably don't even need 5, but I'll label out to there. And then my y's, what do I have? Negative 7/2 is really the main one that I need. And 0, 1. So we'll go 7/2, negative 3/2. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so vertex is at 1.5. Negative 1, 2, 3.5. So roughly here, 3/2, negative 7/2. And then my y-intercept is 0, 1. My x-intercepts are just shy of the origin, 0.2, 0, and just before 3, 1, 2, 3, 2.80. So this is my sketch. And you will be entering a lot of these online, but make sure you can sit down and sketch them by hand as well. Maybe just draw 1 or 2. It's certainly not a huge leap, but I do find sometimes when you just never done it, it's kind of weird when you sit down to do it. Otherwise, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.